welcome back to the vlog. I have some very exciting news for you guys. As you guys can probably guess by the title of this video, obviously you don't know what it is yet, but we're currently on the way right now, less than an hour, to Palmdale. So quick funny story, like all my builds so far have been from SoCal. The FD was in like actual LA. The truck was from Palm Springs, and then now this build that's I'm about to get is in Palmdale. So again, very excited for it. Thank you to Lydia and coming with me and being able to help me get this car. And we're probably gonna drive it back tomorrow, but just hang out in LA for the weekend. And yeah, so just about an hour, little less than an hour left, and excited to see this thing. Alright guys, so I finally made it back to the Bay Area. I made some good progress out in LA actually. I was able to basically fire up my FC that was out there. It's been a while since I've been able to even like touch that car, so finally glad I was able to do so and make sure everything was good. Probably had it running for like 30 minutes to be honest, but came back with the car I bought. Really happy with the car that I bought, and to be honest with you, it's actually, you know, I handled really well, had no mechanical issues. Was able to make it from LA and back in one tank. But yeah, here it is. Here's the build, guys. Well, this is it guys, the Nissan 370Z Sport Touring Edition 2009. This comes with basically all the Nismo goodies without the Nismo badge. It's a clean title, no accidents reported, about 100,000 miles on the chassis, and exact same motor that's been since its lifetime. Honestly, for what the car is, you know, it drove really smooth from LA and back. Again, made in one tank of gas, no mechanical issues. Didn't overheat. The suspension actually was really smooth, and I'll get to that in a second what they are. But overall, for how much I paid for this car, which was basically 11.8, was a really steal of a deal, and I really couldn't be happier with the buy. Now honestly, I always wanted one of these. Even when I was a little kid, before the 370 even came out, I wanted a 350Z, and as soon as the 370 came out, I was like, oh, I love the way like the Z line looks. Just honestly, the aerodynamics of the car really caught my attention, and just how much this car has to offer. Yes, it's a little bit heavy. It's about like 3,200 pounds, give or take, but with how much power this thing puts down, you know, from factory, this thing really knows how to throw its weight around, and giving that power delivery to both on the highway and on local roads. So just to give you guys a breakdown of what comes with the Sport Touring, it comes with a Akebono 4-piston fronts and then the 2-piston rears. So basically the sport brakes that do come in a normal like sport trim, obviously the Sport Touring, and obviously the Nismo edition. They're really great brakes. Fortunately, I believe there's some sort of heat warp on the rotors. I'm gonna have to probably replace the rotors, pads, and lines on this guy. Well, obviously the front and rear, because yeah, I mean the pedal is really bad, but once that all gets settled, they're gonna be outstanding brakes in the end of the day, along with some really good .4 brake fluid. Now for the wheels, these are the Z1 Motorsport wheels. I believe these are 19-inch honestly, they don't look too bad. They don't look too shabby at all on the car. It's not my favorite looking wheel, but it's definitely a wheel that I'm probably gonna run for about a year or so, and try to fix everything else and leave the wheels and tires alone. But honestly, they're black. The spoke, looks good. It's nothing too like ugly or crazy or out of line, but I could definitely rock with these for now and continue on to the rest of the build. Now the rear bumper, I'm sure it's obvious already to you guys, but why does this look like that? Why does this look like crap? So the story behind this stock Nismo rear bumper, obviously it didn't come with the car. The owner who had this car, he bought this Nismo rear bumper from his neighbor that actually had a Nismo build, and he was about to cut into the bumper to do a wide body build. The seller of this guy, he basically saw that on Facebook Marketplace, and he was like, hey, do you still have the bumper? I want to buy it like right now. So he was starting to cut into the bumper already, and he basically stopped and he saw the guy's message, and he's like, okay, it's all yours. I just did cut into it a little bit. I'm sure he shot him a discount for that, but unfortunately it looks like poop. It does not look good at all. I'm gonna have to replace the rear bumper anyways. I mean, obviously it looks better than the stock 370 rear bumper, but regardless, the rear bumper is gonna get swapped out amongst other things. This car did come with a duck bill. It's okay. It looks not bad at all. I think what I want to do is go with a different type of wing, which is also a stock Nismo wing. I'm not gonna say which one it is. I'm sure you guys will eventually figure out what it is, but for now, I'll just leave it at that. Just know that that's gonna get swapped out as well. So thankfully, this exhaust is a Greddy exhaust and already came with the car. It's missing on one of the hangers, so you guys could probably tell like one of them's kind of like not centered, or it's not positioned correctly onto the exhaust like cutout. I'm pretty sure you guys could see it, but I think one of them is not on the hanger. It's probably gonna be that one right there. Regardless, I'm gonna have to fix these, like the mounting of the exhaust. Otherwise, honestly, it sounds really good. I'll fire it up later so you guys can hear it. But at least, the car does come with an exhaust, and it comes with Z1 Motorsport dual intakes, carbon fiber that you guys saw earlier in the video. I'll also get to that in a second, but yeah, it already comes with an exhaust intake, and it comes with a short throw shifter or like a heavyweight shift knob, and makes honestly the whole driving experience already pretty good from the start. There is a couple blemishes with the side skirt as well. So for some reason, this one, there's a mounting point here, I think, right there, and it's not connected. Not a big problem. It's gonna get swapped out eventually to Nismo side skirts. So the overall build or vision for this build, I'm just gonna let you guys know ahead of time, is gonna be kind of like the OEM plus stock Nismo build. So this is something that I'm trying that's different, and it's not my normal style of modding cars. As you guys could already guess based on all the builds that I have, I kind of just go full send on all of them. I would say, if anything, the Miata was probably the most similar to like a OEM plus style build, that I didn't go like wide body or didn't do anything too crazy. It's probably gonna be something more or less in the lines of that, just applied on the Z build. So I believe these are the stock headlights, but they're just painted, or he actually bought like blacked out headlights already. I'm not really exactly sure which one, but I'll take it. They're blacked out. That's exactly what I want. I really hate the chromes. The only problem is when I was driving at night, one of the headlights, I think it was that one, was pointed all the way down, and this one was like barely pointed up, so I almost couldn't see really anything at night. But I'm gonna have to adjust the angle of the lights at nighttime facing like a garage wall or something, or garage door. But at least in terms of the look, the headlights already are blacked out. There's no signs of like condensation, when the guy actually washed the car right before I arrived, and I saw literally water spots. You could probably see here just all the spots that he couldn't really get. I'm gonna have to really wash this car, but yeah, I mean, thankfully no condensation. I'll take it for now. It looks great. And you know, just work on other stuff and not worry about anything about the headlight. Okay, so as far as the engine bay goes, really simple. It's exactly what you see here. That's all been done. Dual Z1 Motorsport carbon fiber dual intakes. It's got dual catch cans as well. Really, really important, as over time these do get blow by, and you know, why not have a catch can for it. So I'm really happy all that's been done already. It's got the oil cooler, the G Plus right there. Again, my temps for oil was chilling. It was literally chilling. It was like maybe 180 degrees, or maybe the hottest it got was really like 198 to 200. And that was really just driving around like Palmdale on like a 97, 98 degree weather. So, and I know that these are notorious for like burning up oil. So having that oil cooler was such a huge plus, and I'm really happy that the last owner installed that. Otherwise, honestly, there's not much else to the engine bay or like any sort of performance mod. If anything, it's more so just like, you know, preventative maintenance. The owner did mention that the valve covers do need to get swapped out. Pretty simple enough because the heads are literally like right there since it's a V6. So you know, if I have time, I'll probably do it myself. If not, I'll probably just bring it to Z Car Garage here in San Jose to do it. I could definitely trust them to do any sort of Z work. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much all there is to it in the engine bay. Definitely gonna steam clean it, make it look good, and see if there's any I guess fresh leaks besides the valve cover. There is one last thing I do want to point out is the so I had a fault for this guy being too low, the windshield washer reservoir. I've tried to fill it back up in the hotel and immediately drained out to the floor. So I'm gonna guess that either there's like a line that's popped open, or the actual like that guy right there, the reservoir is probably cracked somewhere on the bottom. It's just funny because as I'm pouring water into it, like just normal water bottle water, it just leaks out to the floor. So I'm like, oh well, there goes the water. So just, I don't know, I just thought that was like a funny small thing that happened. Otherwise, the motor is really solid. It doesn't knock, nothing, and really, you know, it was chilling throughout the entire drive. All right, bringing you guys to the interior. So really not much to it in the interior. That's kind of what I like about these cars. It's a really simple like design, but it has a very like cockpit race car style like interior. And what I mean by that is, if you guys aren't familiar with Z's, all the gauges of those guys are kind of facing towards you. That kind of reminds me of my my Volkswagen Golf or Rabbit that I used to have. If you guys are OGs, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But I had gauges that were exactly like that were facing me, and honestly I love the look. It was just very like kind of like a racer feel, just having all the analog style gauges, very like nostalgic look, all facing you, having like that cockpit feel. But yeah guys, everything, all the gauges work, thankfully. The guy did some carbon fiber, I guess, accents to it. I don't know about you guys. Personally, I'm not truly a huge fan of it. I think it makes the cars like slightly cheap looking. So I'm probably going to go ahead and rip these off and put them for sale. If you guys want them, just let me know, comment down below. But probably going to go ahead and sell the shift boot as well. And again, I'm trying to go for a very clean, like OEM plus stock Nismo build. So a lot of these things you see here probably are going to go for sale. I know that one's probably going to go for sale as well. And then same thing on this side. Other than that, you know, nothing's cracked. All the door cards are good. The only crack really on the dash is this hairline crack right there. And it's barely noticeable, guys. I mean, it's not enough for me to be like, yeah, I need to swap the entire dash out. Otherwise, you know, I think it's good to go how it is. And honestly, I'm just going to keep the dash and everything just like how it is. I will be taking this off as well, and probably change out the steering wheel to like a Nismo steering wheel. And of course, 100% I'm going to be taking the seats out and putting Nismo seats, because the seats are, as far as the interior goes, the Nismo seats are really like what I really want inside of the 370Z, along with the steering wheel. So Anyways, that is pretty much it for the interior. And lastly, for the inside of the car, so because this is a sport touring, I know the touring, like the normal tourings, they have a light, and I think this guy swapped it out to like a white light so you guys could see that. At night it's actually really cool, you see the Z obviously, but again, it's just like small things that really stand out and I really like about this car. Alright, so for the trunk, the guy did give me some engine covers that I'm, obviously not going to put back on or use anymore, but he gave me some of those, the stock lugs, and other than that, I just need to clean the trunk. It's actually in pretty good shape, just a couple scratches here and there, nothing too crazy, definitely can clean it out. But yeah guys, I'm really happy with the overall just cleanliness of the car and the build. It's obviously not a brand new build, so there's going to be a couple blemishes here and there, both inside and outside, but other than that, I'm really happy with the condition of the car and just how much I really got for this. One more fun fact about the interior of the Z. I don't know if all trims are like this, but the seller was explaining to me that there's like a secret compartment here that's almost low-key like a glove box, but it's just like an extra storage compartment. This side doesn't even have it. It's just this side has it, and you can just put anything you want in here, but I just thought it was like a nice touch. So the last thing I do want to mention is the suspension. So it is on Tin Flex Z coilovers. It is a little bit too low, not because of the look. I actually love the look and the stance of the car right now. It's because where I live, unfortunately, there's some speed bumps that are just a little bit too high, and no matter how much I angle, I'm gonna end up scraping. And it's not even that I care about scraping the side skirts or like the front bumper, because the front bumper bottom of it is pretty low. You guys can see that little lip right there. But it's really more so it scrapes the exhaust. So if you guys are Z owners, it's a very notorious and very annoying thing that the exhaust hangs very low on these cars. Yes, granted the car is naturally low based on design, but because the design of like the muffler just going straight down, it's just, that's the part that catches and like starts to rub on speed bumps, and unfortunately it's just not gonna do it with this car, especially because it's where I live. So I'm gonna end up having to raise this car either later today or sometime this week, just to be able to like clear where I live. So probably just gonna end up raising it 1 inch for now, keep the TM Flexes for now until I decide which coilover to go with, and then just go from there. Otherwise guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching the vlog. Thank you for always following all my builds. I hope you guys like this one or what I'm about to do to it. Again, I always love Z's, always wanted to build one even before the RX7 and Subarus, so I'm really happy that I finally got one now, and I'm really excited to for what's to come to it. But otherwise guys, that's pretty much it. That was the surprise for the weekend. I will catch you guys later, and I will keep you guys updated as always. See ya.